You want me to unmute it?
Yes, sir. You can start.
Everybody there? Sheldon, I saw your comment. That was about the nicest part of our afternoon. So, we scheduled the game to knock some rust off, and I'm glad we scheduled it. We had a lot of stuff that we need to get better at and improve in. Give Nicholls credit. I thought they played extremely hard. For them to get 17 offensive rebounds, tremendous credit to them and how hard they played. They out-rebounded us. They turned us over quite a bit, but I thought it was good for us to just get back out there and get going. But there's certainly plenty of room for improvement between now and Tuesday. If we do the same thing Tuesday we did tonight, it'll be tough. But I thought our two freshman point guards played pretty well. I thought Cook and Gaines were solid. Nothing spectacular, but I thought they were solid. But it's obvious that we missed kind of Javante's steady hand out there, and you have I've always had a great appreciation for him, but you have a greater appreciation when he's not out there. But I thought Cook and Gaines did a nice job, and they can continue to do a really, really good job for us when called upon.
Well, what were the things you were most disappointed in? You said that you have to work on the improvements you have to make before Tuesday night.
Well, I thought our simply guarding the ball one-on-one. We just got our ass whipped on the ball time after time after time. I think they were 13 of 16 from 2 in the first half. And when we weren't getting beat on the ball, they were offensive rebounding everything. And so just very, very poor one-on-one defense. We weren't the low man. We weren't doing what we need to do defensively. Very, very, I'd call our effort lackadaisical on the defensive end.
Coach, like you said, just knocking some of that rust off. What are some of the things that you saw that really were some of the issues? It seemed like that Nicholls continued to kind of stay in the game. Maybe it was some of the issues that you had defensively. What do you think it was that kept them in the game?
Well, our transition defense in the first half kept them in the game. They just blew the ball up the court. Against us. Second half, we couldn't guard the ball in the half court. They were able to get us in rotation and get us spinning around. They did shoot 22% from 3. They shot 35 threes. I think they were 8 for 35 from 3, which is that's what we want, them shooting 22% from 3 like that. But we just gave up way too many easy shots in the paint, way too many easy shots at the rim, and when they missed them, we didn't rebound enough of them. They had 4 team offensive rebounds, which are basically rebounds we had in our hands that we fumbled out of bounds. There was 2 or 3 of them we just fumbled out of bounds. We got to get all that stuff cleaned up.
Yeah, well, we hadn't played a game a while like today. And practice is certainly different. Can you just talk about the difference between game speed and practice speed, and maybe?
Yeah, I think.
Go ahead.
I think it's not even that. That's a great question, Ron. That's part of it, but we ain't hardly been able to practice. We're coming off of like a practice and a half. We practiced Christmas Eve, and we practiced a little bit on Christmas Day for about an hour. Then we did more walkthrough and all that sort of stuff. And so we hadn't even. We were in great rhythm before we kind of got hit with a lot. With some of us getting COVID and us having to pause and all that. Our practices were great. Our team was great. We were getting ready to take off. Like we were really, really moving in a good direction, and we just it's kind of knocked us off a little bit. And certainly, we've got to be able to practice as a team and practice better. But no excuses. Nicholls has been going through the same thing. It didn't seem to bother them much. So. There's no excuses, and that's just, that's what we signed up for. That's the way the season's going to go. That's the way it's going to be, and so we've just got to make the best of it, and certainly, play better than we did today. I'm sorry, Ron?
Is Javante back for the A&M way back
yes.
for that game?
Yes.
Yeah. Back?
Yes, Javante will be back for A&M.
Coach, two things. One, was it just like being back actually on the sideline to be able to coach, the differences for you there? And then also Cam Thomas, another big day, able to really tear it up for you guys as well. I mean, what did you think about his performance?
I thought he played great on the offensive end. He did what he does. I mean, we needed every point. I think he was 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Had some good looks from 3. I think he buried a couple of them. Did a great job attacking from 2 and that sort of thing. So I thought he was very, very good. I thought Trendon did a great job. 6 assists, 3 turnovers. He was able to take some of the game pressure off those guards. I think a couple of his turnovers were charges too, but he was able to take a couple of the game pressure off those guys, and so was pleased with those guys. Was pleased with Days. I thought he did some good things as well. So, like I said, we got the job done. We were able to knock a little bit of rust off, and we'll certainly need to be better on Tuesday night.
Well, I know you probably can't say too much in this regard, but are you hopeful that maybe you're through a lot of the potential difficulties that you could have with COVID? And what does a day like today do for your team in terms of, hey, you have this key player who's suddenly out, and you got to try to make the best of it? I mean, this could happen again.
It's going to happen multiple times the rest of the year. I don't think there's any doubt about that. We don't make excuses. It's next man up, and you just got to motor through it and plow through it. And so, like I said, I thought Gaines and Cook did a solid job today. Nicholls pressured the ball, hounded them up and down the court. They did a nice job on some things. But I thought overall those two did a good job. And I do hope we're I hope we're kind of rounding the corner here, Scott, and able to get back in rhythm and get and really take off here over the next couple of weeks. But we'll see what the virus says and what the virus does.
Hey, Coach, just a few quick ones for you. I mean, it looked like Trendon kind of tweaked his ankle a little bit there in the first half. He was obviously able to play through it. But, I mean, do you guys expect him to be all right moving forward?
Yeah, I was just in the training room. I was in the training room with him before I jumped over here. It's the same ankle he hurt a couple of weeks ago, but it's not. He should be fine for Tuesday.
And then just another quick one was just, I mean, do you guys have any intentions in trying to, reschedule some of these games you guys have had to miss? And is that still in the plans or in the works or anything like that?
Well, there's some opportunities depending on, what happens in SEC play where we could schedule some, instead of some SEC games. If any of our SEC games got canceled for the other team and there wasn't another SEC opponent for us to play. So we have 2 dates, we have 2 games we could technically play around with, but that's a possibility, and so we'll kind of do that as we see fit. But I think the SEC is going to, this is basketball. You can prepare for somebody on a day or 2 notice. It's not like football where you need a week's notice. I mean, you could tell us we got to change opponents on Thursday and we could play them on Saturday. So I think there's some creative things the SEC will do to make sure a lot of it's SEC versus SEC.
Hey, Will, from the rafters up here, got a question. We were kind of joking a little bit about who was your second choice to play today, and did you kind of think during the game, like, why did I schedule this? But then again, it was good that they pushed you for Tuesday night. Do you look at it kind of that way?
I mean, Nicholls played us tough last year. We were down the entire first half last year against them. I think we won by 10. We won by 6 today. I mean, they play hard. Coach Claunch does a great job with them. They play extremely hard. They're scrappy. They got good guards, and so we expected it to be a battle. So there really was no option number 2. It was there is no plan B if plan A doesn't work. You just make plan A work. So that's what we had to do.
But like I said, in the end, maybe that they pushed you a little bit. Was that good for your team to?
We'll see. I hope. Yeah, I hope so. We had to work on some of our 6-minute game stuff there at the end. So hopefully it'll help us out.
Thank you.
Will, would you mind if you can expand a little bit on what you said earlier? Is the SEC going to try to maintain the integrity of a full conference schedule, and you might end up not playing someone potentially and then play someone an extra time or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know enough about that, Scott. You'd have to ask them. But I know there's going to be a lot of flexibility in what they do and how they do it. I don't know a lot about it. We just got to get games in at this point. I think you got to get to 13 games. We're at what, 6 now? We've played 6, so we've got to try to play 7 more games somehow, some way.
Hey, Coach, excuse me if I missed this, but Javonte, was it an injury or why was he not playing today? And is he all right?
He's fine. I'd like to give you all some good quote. I guess the best way to put it would be he was unavailable due to protocols. That would be the nicest way to put it. He was unavailable due to protocols. Also, I'm surprised nobody else asked this. Sheldon should have got his binoculars out from up there, but he obviously didn't notice that we had another player missing. And so Brian Penn Johnson, he's back home right now. This is the furthest east he's ever been. He's a California kid, a West Coast kid. And so he was a little bit homesick and has some family issues that we're supporting him through. And so we gave him some time to go back home, spend time with his family, support his family. There you go, Sheldon, you got the binoculars. So he won't be with us for the foreseeable future as he kind of works through those issues back home.
In my pregame story, I noted you only had 13 players being worked out by Greg Golden. I didn't know who the guy was, though. We don't know what he looks like. We haven't seen him.
I just told you.
I know. Yeah, thank you.
See? All right, what else we got? Anything else, or are we going to end this thing, Brandon? What else we got?
Good. I'm good.
Everybody good? I'm sure we'll have another presser before. Yeah. Glenn wants to know we having a presser on Monday, Kim.
Yes.
We've got the SEC teleconference Monday. We got a press conference. It'll be a great day. Everybody will have a great day. So hope all you guys had a great Christmas, and we'll see you on Monday.